Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back. I am Angie with Accountable Living, and today I want to talk about a few tips for job interviews, be it on the telephone, on Zoom, or in person. So I have my Angie's notes here that I'm going to have in my hand, and let's just get right into it. I just want everyone to know thank you so much for your comments and your likes. We are a positive channel here. I try to put out tips and CPA related videos just to help anyone that's out there that needs the help. I know I needed it, and a lot of my future videos are going to be based on the business sector, a career in accounting or finance, HR, business related jobs. So I'm going to think of new videos, and I'm just going to start putting them out there for anyone who needs them. And this is a second video in a series. My first video was about resume tips. So at the end of that video, I said that I would give you more tips for the actual interview. So that is what this video is about. So the first thing I want to say is show up early. For example, if you're doing a Zoom video interview, be in the waiting room 5 minutes before it's time to start. If you're doing an in-person interview, be inside the office, checked in with the receptionist at least 10-15 minutes early. So don't wait out in your car in the parking lot until 1 minute before and then run in, because there could be 2 or 3 people ahead of you that are there to see someone. They're waiting to talk to the receptionist. So that's why you need to be inside in the office. You've checked in with the receptionist already. Okay? That's very important. I know one time I was interviewing for an accounting position. I was interviewing a few people that day. And the room I was in, we had windows. So I could actually see when the people arrived and were in the parking lot. And I remember it was, 5 minutes till, say, 3 o'clock. And I noticed the person, just getting out of their car. They were checking their phone. They were taking their time. And it ended up being 5 minutes after the interview was supposed to start when they actually walked in and spoke to the receptionist. So I didn't understand, okay, they did arrive early, but why did they not come inside and check in early? So to me, that was a negative. Their time organization was not there. I don't know what happened. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, especially if you're on a Zoom video interview, you want to have a clean background. So you want to make sure, you're really in a room that has minimal stuff in the back. What I have in the back is probably a little bit too much. So I would probably clean this stuff out, clean off the personal items here, and just have a clean background. Now I know there are filters that you can use, but I do not like filters. They make your face funny. They sometimes cut off like half of your head and you look like you're, in a different parallel universe. So, and definitely don't use a filter that has Niagara Falls in the background or Mardi Gras going on in the background. I just don't like that. I like the true picture of what's behind you. So keep that in mind if you're doing a Zoom interview. And then also, you want to look nice. For ladies, I prefer like a long sleeve blouse or sweater. Do not show cleavage. To me, that is a no-no. Okay, so no cleavage. You want to just have a nice shirt, a nice blouse. I like to actually wear, a business jacket over my blouse when I go to interviews. And if I do get really hot, I will take it off. But I like to have that, it looks put together. Your hair kind of put together. Now I'll have very thin hair, so it's hard for me to do anything with my hair. So I totally understand the hair thing. Just make sure it's not, you know, honestly, for a business job, I'm going to say it. Make sure you don't have pink, blue, green hair. I'm just being honest with you. A natural hair color in a clean manner. Same thing for men, okay? Yes, you might be creative. You might want to show off your blue, green hair. That's not something I like to see when I'm doing a job interview. So for men, I do like to see a button-up shirt with a tie. I love jackets. I love the whole suit. You are interviewing for a business position. This is what I'm doing the video about, is for a business related job: accounting, CPA, finance, business analyst, data analyst, an HR position. You want to look clean. You want to look like you are put together. Your buttons are buttoned, your tie is on nice, and you look good. And when you look good, guess what? You're going to feel good, and you're going to express yourself better. You're going to have more excitement, and overall, you're just going to do a better job, okay? When you're speaking, try to look at me in the eyes, or whoever's speaking to you, look them in the eyes when you're answering. Have a clear answer for them. Use the 4 words: yes, no. Do not use yeah, nah, nah. A full word. Yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, thank you. Just make sure it comes out nice and polite. You have a copy of your resume. I'm going to have a copy of your resume, so I'm going to be looking at your resume, asking you questions. So it's going to help you to also have a copy of your resume, so you can say, yes, I was there for 5 years, and these were some of my accomplishments. And I'll probably ask you what did you enjoy most about that position? And your resume could help you, because hopefully you've put on there some of your accomplishments, some of your things that you volunteered to do that you really enjoyed. Also, have your elevator pitch ready. One of the first questions you're probably going to be asked is, tell me a little bit about yourself. Now, that doesn't mean I was born in New Mexico and moved to Chicago when I was 5. This means, tell me about your career that you've had, or if you just got out of college, what were some of the things you enjoyed in college? So for me, I would probably start with, I graduated college and I really enjoyed working in the accounting. Accounting was my favorite subject, so I pursued a career in accounting, and these are the things I've done in my accounting career. So that's kind of like an elevator pitch. It's a short 5-minute pitch about your best attributes and the things that you enjoy most in your career. Okay? Make sure you are able to tell me something that you have volunteered to do or you were chosen to do. This shows that you're willing to learn, one, you're willing to help others too. So those things are important, especially in accounting and business finance related jobs, because people are always coming and going. You need to be able to jump in there, train people. You need to be able to take on some of the responsibilities of people's jobs when they leave. So you need to express to me that you don't have an issue with that you are willing to do those things. That to me is very important. Even if you're just out of college, you've had an internship, or you've waited tables, you've worked in a retail job while you were in college, those things are important. You can tell me anything related to how the key holder didn't show up that day, so you had to take on the role of 2 people. You actually enjoyed it because you were able to work with the customers more, and you were tasked with the higher responsibility to close the store. Okay, so even if you haven't started your career yet after college, tell me about some of the things in the jobs you've had so far that maybe aren't related to the business accounting field, but were related to the position you were in while you were taking classes in college. All of those things help you, okay? Also, I want you to know about the company you're applying with. If you're applying to my company, hopefully you've done your research and that you can tell me, oh, thank you for interviewing me. I really like the way your company does volunteer work once a quarter. I looked on your website, I saw how happy the people were, and that's something that I really care about also. So when people do that, that means that they've researched my company, that they really do want to interview with me, and they can see themselves working at my company. That is very important. Sometimes I'll ask the person, have you looked into the company? What can you tell me about my company? And they just say, oh, I just know that you are in Orlando or you're in Dallas, and I think maybe you have 50 employees. Well, okay, but what do we even do here? Have you even researched what services we offer? So be prepared for that. I also like it when you ask me at least two questions about the company. Say, for example, I know you've probably worked here, a few years. What are some of the things you enjoy about this company? And I'm like, wow, okay, that's great. I'll tell you some of the things I enjoy. Or you might ask, how many times do you think I'll have to travel? What is the percentage of travel for this job? I noticed in the job description you said 5 to 30%. Is that accurate? Is it closer to 5 or is it closer to 30? So that tells me you've read the job description and you actually have been thinking about these things. I want you to sound positive and enthusiastic. You've probably applied for hundreds of jobs and you may have only had 2 or 3 interviews. So if you're having an interview with me, I want you to be positive, enthusiastic, thankful that we had you here to interview with us. Just express how happy you are and grateful, and obviously smiling. And like I said, eye contact helps a lot. Also, say thank you, especially at the end of the interview, and shake my hand nice and firm. Say thank you. When you get home that day, go ahead and send a thank you email. Okay, this means a lot to me as an interviewer because I took the time out and probably got behind at my job, especially if I'm not in HR, that I have other duties that I could have done that day. I'd like to see a thank you email expressing gratitude, okay? I know a lot of people do not do this anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. I guess I don't really know why, but a thank you email goes a long way. The next thing I would say is have an example ready of how you think you would fit into that company and how you could contribute to the company. That's probably going to be a question that's asked. So go ahead. You've done your research about my company. You've actually thought about it and you have a nice answer to that question. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I will probably have another video soon about this topic. Please like and subscribe. Leave any comments that you think will help any of my viewers. I love you guys. Thank you for staying positive and keep your head up. Thank you.